Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Friday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Today, I want to continue my A Great Band You Need to Listen to series, this time featuring the great alternative rock band, Canadian alternative rock band, Our Lady Peace. Amazing, amazing band. Before I get into it though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. It's because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Our Lady Peace, amazing, amazing stuff. Great Canadian alternative rock band, as I said, formed in Toronto, 1992, led by Rain Maida, amazing lead vocalist, Duncan Coombs on bass, Steve Major on guitars, and Jason Pierce on drums. 7 million albums sold worldwide, 4 Juno Awards, which is our Canadian equivalent of the Grammys, 10 Much Music Awards, which is again MTV, Much Music, those video awards. 19 of their singles have reached the top 10 in Canada. One of the best-selling rock bands in Canada as well. I think they're top 5 or 10, if I'm not mistaken. And a kind of combination of art rock, grunge, alternative rock, all blended in together. 9 studio albums, 1 live album, and 2 compilation albums. I only have 4 out of the 9 albums, but I'll show you photos of that, and I'll talk just slightly a little bit about each album. Kind of, if you take Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden, and Pearl Jam and mix them all together, you've got Our Lady Peace. Rain Maida in the earlier albums uses a frequent falsetto in his vocals, give them a unique sound in his voice, and you can tell that in a lot of the hits that they put out. So I do have their debut album, 1994's Navid, an amazing, amazing debut album. 4 times platinum selling album in Canada. There's a great picture of the band there. There's Rain Maida there. I know that's Jason Pierce on drums. I believe this is Steve Major on guitars, and Duncan Coombs on bass. But amazing stuff. Really, really good. No less than 5 singles off of this one. Not bad for a debut album. You've got The Birdman, Starseed, Navid, Super Satellite, and Hope. Well, I'll show you a picture of the Birdman as well. Not only in the front cover, but there's a cool picture inside of the Birdman. They seem to like using pictures of old men on their album covers, but there's a cool photo of the Birdman there, similar to the front cover, but cool. Reminds me kind of the old lady in one of the Home Alone, I think it was the 3rd Home Alone one, where she was in the park, or was that the 2nd one? I can't remember which one. But it's a great, great debut. It was slow to start as far as kicking into high gear, but eventually it became a big hit in the US and Canada. Really, really good stuff. I'm missing their 2nd album, Clumsy, but it was one of their high-selling albums. You've got Superman's Dead, Automatic Flowers, Clumsy, the title track, 4 a.m., and Carnival as the singles. Again, another 5-single album. An amazing, amazing 2nd album, a follow-up from their debut. One of my favorites, Happiness is a Fish You Can Catch. Kind of a long title track, or an album title. There's Rain Maida there, a little bit of picture. There are some photos in here, but they're blurry in the pamphlet, so I won't show you those. But it's the third album by the band. Big #1 debut in Canada. 3 times platinum. You got 4 singles off of this one. One Man Army, Annie, Is There Anyone Home, and Thief. They wanted to make a different sound, as they were getting complaints by none other than Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins. He was accusing them of sounding like Smashing Pumpkins. So they tried very hard to make it a different sounding album. But it's difficult because alternative rock has that same formula, has that same sound. So a lot of bands sound very similar to each other. But they tried very hard on this one to have a different sound. But it's a great album. Really, really good stuff. I'm missing 2000's Spiritual Machine, the 4th album by the band. You got In Repair, Life, right behind you, Mafia in quotations. Kind of an end of an era of this one. They would lose their guitarist Mike Turner and producer Arnold Lenny. Also, the last to feature Rain made his falsetto voice. He changed the style of his vocals like he did in the first 3 albums. But I've heard some of this album on Spotify. It's an amazing album. I want to get their whole discography at one point. But Spiritual Machine, or Surgical Madness, sorry. No, Spiritual Machines. I can't read my writing sometimes. The 5th album by the band is Gravity, again, which I don't have. Big hit in the States and Canada. Somewhere Out There is a huge hit off of this one. Innocent, Made of Steel. And then in 2003, they put out a live album. Their Fear of the Trailer Park, that's what it was called. Canada Cross Country Tour to support the Gravity album. Recorded in Calgary, Edmonton, and Montreal. Again, on my list of albums to get. But then we have their 6th album, 2005, Healthy and Paranoid Times. This is very relevant to today. A lot of the songs on this one. Now, there's not any photos of the band in here, but some broken glass, some writings on the wall. If you notice, 1165 days becomes very pertinent to this, and I'll explain that in just a second. This was a killer of an album, both in sound and to the band. So when it says 1165 days, it took them that long to make the album. 1165 days. 10 different studios, 2,000 hours or over 2,000 hours to make it. And they wrote 43 songs for this album. They brought it down to 12. But unofficially, the band broke up a bunch of times because they were just so frustrated with making this album. They were fed up with the long process of it. It's got a lighter sound than their previous albums, but it's still a great album. But the songs on here, again, are relevant to today. Angels Losing Sleep. Will the Future Burn Us? Or, sorry. Will the Future Burn Us? Picture, Where Are You? Wipe That Smile Off Your Face. Love and Trust. Apology. Boy. The World on a String. Again, relevant to today. Don't Stop. Walking in Circles. And just amazing, amazing stuff. But a killer of an album in both physically, mentally, and it's a great, great album itself. But yeah, it took them a long time to make that one. So that was 2005. And then it would be not until 2009 that they put out Burn Burn, their 7th studio album by the band. It's a digipack. There's a picture of the band there. This is in memory of Mary Coates. I think that's how you pronounce that. Um, Great little poster inside of that weird dude holding the balloons. You've got The End Is Where We Belong. Geez, I can't read to say. The End Is Where We Begin. All You Did Was Save My Life. And Dreamland are the singles off of this one. It was recorded in Rain Maida's LA studio in his home, and also the first album to be produced by the band. Also one of their shortest at 38 minutes. A lot of the songs revert back to their original sound on this one in their first few albums, so it's a little harder, edged, raw. It sounds like Odell, Our Lady Peace, but it's got a different edge to it. It's a really, really good album. Burn Burn. That would be their 7th studio album. Their 8th studio album is Curve, which is this one. That features the Canadian heavyweight, photo of the Canadian heavyweight George Chuvalo on here. It's more experimental and a different sound for these guys. Didn't chart as well as the others because of being more experimental, but at the same time, anything these guys put out is great. No photos of the band, just lyrics in the booklet. So you've got Heavyweight as the one of the singles, and As Fast as You Can. As Fast as You Can are a couple of singles off of this one. But there's a better picture of the band there. Yeah, still has the price tag on it, $5.99 for that one. There's an older Rain Maida on this one. But again, it's again more experimental, different sound for the band, but at the same time, great album. 2018's Somethingness, the 9th studio album by the band. First to feature Jason Pierce on drums as Jeremy Taggart left the band. 9 tracks, again another shorter album. Lots of 3.5 and 4 minute songs on this one. I think the majority are about 3.5 minutes. Maybe one of the weaker albums, but there's just as many good tracks on this one as there are weaker ones. So it's not. You got Head Down, Ballad of a Poet, as a kind of a couple of good tracks on this one, but it's just kind of a it's okay album. And then their 10th album, Spiritual Madness 2. Spiritual Madness, again, my writing sucks. Spiritual Machines 2. It's a sequel to the 2000s concept album Spiritual Machines. Stop Making Stupid People Famous is one of the songs on this one. Future Disease are the singles off of this one as well. They invited Mike Turner back, their original guitarist, to appear on this one as a guest artist on this one. And of course, Rain Maida said they couldn't do this album without him, so they brought him back for that one. But it's a great band. Only 10 studio albums, 9 studio albums, a couple of concept albums, and amazing band to look at and listen to. And Our Lady Peace, definitely a great band you need to listen to. Anyway, guys, take care. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.